For more on this, we go to our political panel this evening. Democratic strategist Robin Biro is with us, and also conservative talker Steve Malzberg. Gentlemen, thanks for your time tonight. Lots of things to unpack here. First of all, Steve, your take on what is happening. Is the Trump White House really organized on how they want to handle the situation with North Korea?
Yeah, I think they are. I think what you saw today was a bunch of kind of good cop, bad cop, although Trump could have been a badder cop, if you will. Trump, in his meeting with the South Korean president, really went after China and said that after Kim's second meeting with the Chinese president, that's when things started to change. That's when Kim's attitude started to change. And he called the Chinese president a world-class poker player and said that when he negotiates with China on trade, he's keeping other things in mind because they have a role to play in all of this, which is what lots of us suspected from the beginning. So I think he wants the meeting. He's not going to beg for it. Then Pompeo goes out and basically says, come on, guys, let's have this. It's going to be great for everybody. And Pence at the same time says, if there's no deal, it's a fact. You'll wind up like Libya. So there is a lot going on.
Robin, it seemed almost like the president was giving an escape clause here, saying China may have done something if this doesn't happen. But then again, saying all along that, you know, it's going to be great. What do you make of it?
Oh, I think you're right on the money. You know, this isn't panning out exactly how Donald Trump wanted it to, so it's really easy for him to just pin it on China. Now, that meeting was a surprise meeting. We don't know exactly how that went, but the tone definitely did change. So I can almost believe that something to that effect occurred in that meeting, but this just is not going the way that Donald Trump wants. And then you've got Bolton going out there saying crazy things like we're using the Libya playbook. Well, Kim Jong-un isn't wanting to end up exactly like Gaddafi on the floor dead with his son on, like we remember those images real well from Gaddafi being.
When you talk about Bolton, I mean, he does seem to be the fly in the ointment in all of this. I mean, it's conventional, it's conventional wisdom right now that his comments and his history are giving North Korea an escape clause as well if they don't like everything that's going on. This is Bill Richardson on this program last night, talked about that Libya equation.
The administration speaks with too many voices on North Korea. You've got National Security Advisor Bolton bringing up the Gaddafi issue with North Korea. They got very nervous because Gaddafi gave up his weapons and then was killed. That's not a good thing to talk about before the summit.
What about that, Steve? And now we started this newscast with a soundbite of the president saying one thing, and then here comes Pompeo saying something. This is the day after Bill Richardson, a pretty good analyst on all of this, saying you got to speak with one voice. What's happening here?
Yeah, now that was a great interview yesterday, by the way. I think what's happening here is going forward, you may see less of the antagonizing and may see less of the Libya references. I think by Donald Trump saying we could guarantee your safety. He said that today to Kim. Yeah. He said we could guarantee his safety and his country will be very rich and very prosperous and everybody will be very happy. I think that's what you're going to hear going forward from now on. And I don't think Bolton meant that if he gives up the nukes, he could wind up like Libya. I think he meant what Pence said today, which was if he doesn't, he could wind up like Libya.
What if Kim comes back tomorrow and says, you know, I can guarantee your safety too? I mean, there's negotiation going on before negotiation face to face. Does that spoil it, Robin?
Ed, you know, the problem here is, you know, who I really feel bad for is President Moon, because he's dealing with two notorious liars, well-documented liars. I mean, you know, past presidents refuse to even meet with Kim Jong-un because he can't tell the truth at all. Just take Condoleezza Rice, for example. She just gave up. And Donald Trump, you know, you really can't take him for his word. So, you know, he's really caught in a rock and a hard place, in my opinion.
Steve, finally, is this a big political opportunity for President Trump? He's ripped on all past presidents not being able to get this done. Now he's at the water's edge. Is he going to jump in?
Yeah. I mean, that's why I think he really wants it. And that's why I think you heard Pompeo today basically say a little while ago, please, it'll be good for everybody. Look, it would be a major victory for him. But as I've said before, even today he said, it'll work out one way or another. How it'll work out, we don't know. And he has always left himself that out. But he's gone farther than any other president has gone, even to this point.
What is that other, Robin? I'm curious. It's going to work one way or the other. What's the other?
Or the other, yeah. You know, your guess is as good as mine. I just, you know, my gut instinct still tells me that Kim Jong-un is playing our president for a fool and seeking to embarrass him on an international scale. I hope that doesn't happen.
Robin Biro, Steve Malzberg. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.